Hey guys, I am back with a chat video. I hope you guys have all been doing well this past week. I have actually had a really good week myself. I do feel like though, in the whole, I don't know if I want to say scheme of things, if that's the right phrase, but I do feel like there's been a lot of ups and downs this week, just everything around me. But for me personally, I've had a really good week, and I'm going to get into that topic more towards the end of the video about the ups and downs, I think, and then just kind of do some randomness stuff at first. So I do have some things in my hand right here. I kind of want to talk about these first so I can put them down behind me and get rid of them. I decided a few months ago that I didn't want to do any more empties videos, specifically geared where I bring out a bag of empty stuff. I was just tired of just collecting that stuff, and for the most part, a lot of it was the same stuff every single video. So what I sort of decided to do was, when I finished something in any given week, that maybe in the chat video I would mention what I have finished that week, if it was anything. So this particular week, I've got 3 products. This is the Shiseido Ultimune Power Infusing Concentrate. I have been using this for several years now. I absolutely love it. And I consider it kind of like a pre-serum. So after I cleanse my face and put my toner and my SK2 essence on, I go in with this next. And then this has been the serum that I've been using, and this is a just a free sample, or it was like one of those 100 points options that you could pick from Sephora, and it's Sunday Riley Good Jeans. I love this. It's been a while since I've actually purchased it, so it is on my Sephora list to get for stuff when the 20% sale happens. So that is on my list to get. Is another actually big bottle. I think I've got one more of these little ones, and then I'm out. But I love both of these so much. And then this is my favorite eye cream. It is the Shiseido Benefiance. I always mispronounce that word. Please forgive me for mispronouncing. I mispronounce a lot of words, and I will tell you, I kind of get chuckled sometimes when other people do the same, and it's more like I'm laughing with them instead of at them, because I do it too. So if you've ever heard me say like, oh, so and so, or I probably won't say who it is, but they've mispronounced something and it kind of made me laugh. Yeah, because I laugh at myself about it too. But this is my most favorite eye cream of all time. I love it. I've been using it for, I want to say, maybe 2 years, if not less. I'm not sure. Time just goes by, and it's like one day you wake up and it's October. Yes, I'm just like, oh my goodness, it's October. I'm actually filming this on September the 30th, but the video will go live on October the 1st. So anyway, I just wanted to show you those very quickly. Forgive me for looking around back there. I do put stuff on this table behind me that you can't actually see the table, but you can see what the plant sticking up. I've had this, this is, I don't know if I've mentioned it before or not, but this is a bonsai tree. I'm not sure that it's actually the traditional kind. I picked it up at Lowe's maybe 15, 16, 17 years ago, so it's pretty much like a member of my family now, this tree. So it just resides behind me back there. I do think it needs to be pruned. It just kind of grew over this way, but I'm so afraid of pruning it that I'm afraid I'm going to kill it. But I do think it needs to be cut back, but I'm just not going to be doing that myself. So anyway, I wanted to show you, I'm being careful so my address doesn't show up, but I got this in the mail this week, and I was like, what is that? And then I looked at the address that's on the back, and it said U.S. government official mail, and I'm like, what is the U.S. government mailing me? Then I realized it's my passport. But I honestly thought that it was going to be the passport that I sent off to get the new one. I just mailed this thing, I want to say 2 Mondays ago. So I was like, that's really quick. But the first time around when I got my passport over 10 years ago, I had to mail my birth certificate because it was my first passport. You have to prove your citizenship. That's basically why they require you to mail a birth certificate or your old passport. So I had sent that one off, and I'm thinking, I hope that, I've been thinking, like, they give you your birth certificate back, but I was like, I don't know what they do with the old passports, but I'm like, I really want it back because it's got my stamps in it, all those different stamps. And so I opened it up, and it wasn't my old one, it's my brand new one. So I am now free to legally travel outside of the United States. I'm very excited. I'm not going to open it up and show you guys inside, as I'm sure you understand that, but in case you can see the thickness on it, I did go for the thicker one. I'm being probably overly optimistic about the amount of travel that I'm going to be doing in the next 10 years, but you know, I was like, you know what, I'm going to put that down as just one of those things where I am just putting it out in the world that I'm going to travel more. So I got the one with more stamps, I mean more pages, so I can get more stamps. And so I just decided to go ahead and get the bigger one, so I am super excited, and I'm still hoping that they're going to send me my old passport back because I would like to keep it for those just, you know, kind of nostalgic and historical reasons. Anyway, I've also, one last thing on my notes before I talk about some other things. I have sold 3 items since my last chat video on eBay, so I am very happy about that. It felt like 3 items in a week. Woohoo! I'm doing really good. I did go back and list a lot more stuff. So in the last chat video that I filmed, I was talking about some items that I was hesitant to list. Well, I decided to go ahead and list those items. One item sold within 3 hours of, I think it was 3 hours, I'm pretty sure. It was, I would say 2 to 3 hours. It was so quickly. And then I was like, man, I probably should have put a different higher price, but I don't want to be greedy about it. So, but I was like, if it sold that quickly, it was at a very good price. So it was the, I don't even know if I remember if I mentioned to you what I was thinking about. It was the Allison Olivia black and white panda sweater. Anyway, did I mention that in last week's chat video? I don't remember if I did or not, but then I went ahead and listed several other things, and there are, I want to say 3 or 4 things that are like over 10 people are watchers on there. Now sometimes that means nothing whatsoever if you've got a bunch of watchers, but at least it does mean that people are interested. It doesn't mean they're necessarily going to buy, but I always feel good about something when it has that many watchers on it. And so it's like, maybe this week I will do a little bit better. I'm hoping so, or even today as I'm filming this, I could sell some more stuff this afternoon. I do have a few more items to list, and then I did have a bunch of items fall off because the 30 days was up, and I do need to relist those, but I'm still gonna have to pay listing fees, so I'm kind of like, I may do a few at a time and then do a few more so they don't all happen at once, and it doesn't get so painful when you relist things for 30 cents an item. But I've been waiting and waiting and waiting on eBay to send me an email that says you get an extra 50 free listings or an extra 500 free listings. That would be awesome. That hasn't happened, so I decided to go ahead and relist some stuff, but I'm kind of doing that a little bit slower. And then if it's an item that I'm thinking is just not going to do that well, it's like I'm just going to really wait on those free listings for that to happen, because it's like I don't want to waste 30 cents on something that may potentially not sell whatsoever. Anyway, I thought I would share that with you. So, you know, I mentioned at the beginning that I have had a really good week. I was happy about my passport coming in. The puppies, for the most part, have been very good this week. I've got Coco in my lap. They're taking a nap right now. They have been, other than the rest of this week, they've been absolutely horrible this morning. Not too bad with their behavior. They haven't been destructive. That's what I'm trying to get out. But they have been crazy barking this morning, or at least Chanel has. She and Coco will run and run and run. And then usually Coco's in the lead and Chanel is chasing her. And Chanel does this extremely high-pitched bark that just, it just hurts my ears so much. And it's like I couldn't get Chanel to stop. I've separated them multiple times this morning, and then they whine to be together. It's like they want to be together so they can fight. Anyway, so I've got Coco right now in my lap. Chanel's over there. They're snoozing right now, but they've been doing really, really well. And next week, when the video goes live next week, I will have had the puppies for a year. They've already had, obviously I've already talked about their birthday, but I picked them up on October the 8th of last year. So 1 week, and they will have been in my life for a year. So I am still just in love with these babies. These are my babies. I just love them so much. Even though they're a mess sometimes, they make messes, they have brought so much joy to my life this past year. So I'm so happy I have them, and I do not plan on getting any more puppies or any more animals anytime in the near future, but I did decide if I do get another one, I don't know that I would get another dachshund. I probably would, because I just love, love, love dachshunds, but her name is going to be Gabrielle, because Coco Chanel, then Gabrielle, if you get my, where the theme of that I'm going. So anyway, speaking of Gabrielle, how did you like that lead in, or that trend segue? I have started, I think I just said it a few minutes ago when I was showing you the other stuff, but I've started my Sephora wish list. We're still over a month out before the sale happens in November, but I've started my list, so I do have the Gabrielle Chanel perfume on my list of stuff. The list is really, really huge right now. I am not going to get everything on it because I am in extreme savings mode right now for my trip in, I'll leave at the I believe it's near the end of March in 2018. So I'm in extreme savings mode. This coming Friday's video is going to be a huge haul. So that is going to be the last haul you're going to see, probably until the Sephora haul that's coming up, and then I may, I'm thinking I'm gonna do a Black Friday something, so I'm not planning on doing any more hauls other than this, the one you're gonna see this coming Friday, if I think that's when the video is going up. So I've got a lot of fall pieces to show you in that video. Most of them are sweaters, and I will tell you this, I laughed at myself. I filmed the video and I said, other than one thing, I said they're all skirts and shoes, and then I'm like, they're not all skirts and shoes. My camera battery died just right as I was saying sweaters and shoes. Anyway, it's mostly going to be sweaters and shoes in Friday's haul, so I am absolutely thrilled with everything that you're going to be seeing in that haul. I love those pieces so much, so very thrilled about that. And I was also going to mention the haul that I did before that was mostly Anthropologie and J. Crew. I am not loving some of those pieces as much as I did originally. I have worn a few of them, and the J. Crew items I absolutely love, hands down. I'm loving the J. Crew items. I'm loving a few of the Anthropologie items, but I've been looking at some of the stuff in my closet, and I've tried some stuff on. I looked at it. Let me back up a minute. I tried some of the stuff on in the store, and I don't know what it is, but the stuff looked good in the store, and I'm thinking, do they have skinny mirrors in the store? I'm wondering if I'm being deceived by the store, because it was like, this looked really good, the item that I was trying on. Then I ordered it so I could make it a little bit of extra money using Ebates, and so I was like, get it home, and then I did the haul, and I was genuinely loving everything at that time, but I hadn't did a lot of trying on previously. A little bit, yeah, it fits, put it on, take it off, yeah, it fits. Well, then I put something on, I looked at it and really looked at it, and I'm like, I am just not loving some of these items. And I don't know, that happens a lot. Does that happen with you guys? It does with me. And I've noticed with other people that I watch on YouTube, it happens with them. They'll go on and on about a particular item that they got, and they're like, I've waited years and years and years to get this item, and 6 months later they're selling it or returning it. So it happens to a lot of people. And that's kind of happened with me with some of the Anthropologie stuff. And I think I'm going to be returning some of the items, not everything that I got, because I really do like some of them, or love some of them, I should say. But some of the others, it's just like, I think I just got caught up in the moment. It looked good in the store. I don't know what, again, can somebody explain, why does it look good in the store sometimes, and then you get it home and you're going, what? What? So anyway. So I do have a busy day today. I've got to do, the usual housework and stuff, and then return the stuff back to Anthropology. I got to do some grocery shopping today. My next week's schedule has changed, so what I normally do on Monday, I can't do on Monday. So I'm trying to squeeze all of my Monday and Saturday stuff into Saturday. So anyway, so at the beginning of this video, I mentioned it seems like it's been up and down this week with a lot of things, and there's been some horrific things that have happened this week in Nashville, and it was very, very upsetting. I don't know, it didn't make the national news, but I don't know if a lot of you heard about it or not. But there was a church shooting in a church across town. It was completely on the opposite side of town that I live in and go to church in. But there was a big connection between that church and with some of the members in my church, a huge connection. So even though I didn't know a single one of those people that were shot at this church, it hit close to home. Number one, it was a church. I mean, no shootings should ever happen. They're horrific and horrible. But it's just amazing to me that people would go into a church and do that anywhere. It's not like you can ever justify it ever, but it's just that, it's like it's a church, it's a place of refuge, it's a place of sanctuary, and somebody goes in there and just, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, I'm sorry, but it just goes and just destroys, it just makes me so angry. And so that happened last Sunday. Alert went off on my phone, I think like around 11 or something. Wasn't looking at my phone in church, but when I left church I saw the alert. So I wanted to say it happened around 11-ish something on Sunday. And anyway, just very sad to hear about that. I don't know the reasons why. I haven't been, I don't like watching a lot of news if I can help it. Most of it is political. I hate when people get political, regardless of your feelings, if you're in the United States, whether you're a Republican, Democrat, Independent, whatever other parties that are out there. I want you to know that you are more than welcome to watch my channel. I very rarely ever talk about politics. I don't want that on my channel. I don't enjoy talking about it. I do have certain very strong held beliefs, but I don't always share them. Number one, I don't think anybody wants to hear them. And it's like, why would you care what I think about a certain political thing? It's like, why would I get up and talk about it? It's not going to make any difference whatsoever in the world if I share my political views, and it's just going to make other people probably dislike me if they don't agree with me. So it's like, I want people to feel very welcomed watching my channel. I do talk about a lot of fluffiness. I like to call it fluff. That is probably meaningless. I like to talk about fashion. I love fashion, and I realize that not everybody does. That is fine, but it's like in the whole, realm of things and everything you look at, fashion is not that big of a deal. Yes, we all need to be clothed, but please, it's like, please wear your clothing, but it's not that big of a deal in what is going on in the world. But you know what? I think it's a place of entertainment and just lightheartedness that you can kind of get your mind off other things, and that's one reason I like fashion. There's other things I'm interested in as well, and I wanted to kind of address that because it's like I've seen other videos and on other people's channel, and they like fashion as well, but yet they take so much hate for it. I'm like, they're like, this is all the person cares about. I'm like, they share this amount of time of their life with you on YouTube, and you think that's all they're about. And I'm like, if that's all you think they're about, you're very ignorant. So I wanted to I'm not talking about you guys in particular. Of course I'm not talking about you guys. I think you're much more intelligent and smarter than that. But there's much more to my life than just fashion. I love animals. I love to travel. I love to cook. I love to coupon. I haven't done any of that in a while lately, but I love getting deals on things. I love selling stuff on eBay. I just love chatting with people. I'm also very much a big believer in giving. I don't talk about that a lot because I feel like you shouldn't pat yourself figuratively on the back and say, look at me, I give, I very much believe in doing that, but, and there's more to me as well, but I just wanted to throw that out there. And I'm sorry, I digress. I'm just rambling right now and all over the place, but, where I kind of wanted to go with this was a horrific thing that happened last Sunday in Nashville, Tennessee, and Sunday night, I looked on my Facebook account, and you know what I saw everybody talking about? There was maybe one or two people that had mentioned the shooting. Everybody was talking about the NFL, and at this point right now, I'm like, if I hear NFL one more time, I think I'm going to scream, and that's all I'm going to say about it because I don't want to hear any more about it at that point. And I do realize this is touching on politics right now, but it's like I am done with that. And last night, it was Friday night actually, I got very disheartened. I was looking at Instagram stories, and there's this one lady that I follow on Instagram, and I don't know her, just happened to, actually I started following her on YouTube first, and then I followed her on Instagram, and I initially really enjoyed her YouTube channel and her Instagram page, and then all of a sudden last night, she put up a message on Instagram, and it disheartened me so much about her that I had to unfollow her on Instagram. I unsubscribed to her YouTube channel because all of a sudden she started spewing hate and ignorance, and I was like, I'm done. I am done. And at this point, when I see, I followed her for a particular reason, and that's because she liked to travel. And I like to travel, and there was other things as well. Then all of a sudden, I'm seeing hate just being spewed, and ignorance. Oh my goodness, the ignorance and lies. And I'm thinking, I don't have time for that in my life, so I unfollowed her. And but I was just very disheartened. So while in my realm, in my personal life, I've had a great week, I've been disheartened by other things that have happened this week as well. And I just wanted to mention that. I hate to end on a bad note, so what I'm going to do right now is wake up the puppies. I had to put Coco down when I changed the camera battery, but let me go grab them right now. I'm going to wake them up and show you guys so we can end on a puppy note. And anyway, let me go get them. I feel like I normally show them to you when they're sleeping. A few times they have been awake and just squirming around, but right now I just woke them up. So let me get Coco up a little bit higher, then I'll show you Chanel. So here's Coco. She said, I'm doing so well. I'm really sleepy right now. I know. Do you guys talk for your pets? Like, I think pet owners talk for their pets. Anyway, so she's doing really, really good. And then Chanel is as well, even though Chanel has that high-pitched bark that I wish you wouldn't do in the house. No, I don't. I wish you wouldn't do it in the house. But anyway, here are, really, really cuteness right now with the puppies, and I wanted to end on that note. So, oh, one other thing, and then I'm ending. I wanted to say a great big welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I really, really, really appreciate it, and just great big welcome. So thank you guys so much for subscribing and for watching my videos. I really, really appreciate it. So I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.